All right, ladies, it's your lucky day. We have put together 20 of the best ab exercises of all time. I'm gonna take you through all 20 of them, and I want you to select 4 Monday through Friday and perform each of them 3 times in a row. Add it on to the end of your workout and just chisel those abs. So let's start from the beginning. Our first drill is gonna be a Passe ab series. So you're gonna need a mat for this one. Come on down to the floor. I'm gonna be down on my elbows, back behind me, and I wanna rock back so that my tailbone is nice and flat, taking my knees up into tabletop. I'm gonna extend both of my legs out straight, and so I can see my toes and my legs are nice and pointed, and I'm gonna pull my right knee into my left knee and extend straight back out. Right knee, right toe into my left knee and straight back out. Now you're gonna perform this 8 times on the right and then 8 times on the left, and then go back to the right for another 8 and back to the left for another 8. So that's gonna be your Passe ab series. All right, moving on to drill number 2. We need some dumbbells here. We're gonna stand up for a barbell squat. If you don't have access to a barbell, dumbbells will work just fine. You're gonna place them on the back of your shoulders so the elbows are nice and lifted, and you have to maintain a nice upright spine. So when you're holding onto a barbell, your chest would be lifted and you would be supporting the barbell on the top of your shoulders and the top of your traps. So we wanna make that, we wanna emulate that with our dumbbells. So I'm gonna take the dumbbells again up to my shoulders, keep a nice lifted chest, feet are parallel and hip distance apart. And we're gonna squat backwards, leading your weight into your heels and then driving the hips forward. So give as much weight into the back side of your foot to really load the glutes and then push straight back up. So you're gonna give me a set of 8 to 10, 3 times, and I want you to rest 45 to 60 seconds in between each set, okay? All right, moving on to our third drill, we're coming on down to the floor for our teaser. So guys, right here, you're gonna lay flat down on your back. This is a Pilates drill. I want you to articulate the spine and really engage the core. So it's gonna be a nice inhale. The legs go up to the ceiling and then out to 45 degrees. We're gonna start to peel the arms off the floor until they pass your eyes, and then peel the head, neck, and shoulders up. And then you're gonna roll all the way up, squeezing those legs, and you're gonna lift your arms almost up to the parallel to the legs. Keep the legs nice and straight. Hold on to it. Try to straighten that spine out as much as you can. And then you're gonna reverse it and lower all the way back down. And the arms will go back up behind you and the knees can come back into tabletop. All right. So we're gonna move right on to our next drill, which is going to be our towel, plank, and knee in. So you're gonna need 2 towels for this one, or some sliders, whatever you have access to. And you're gonna need a nice slick floor. Maybe a wood floor, towel, tile floor, anything that they'll slide on. So you're gonna start with your feet on either towel and in a nice plank position. And you want your feet hip distance apart, and it's gonna start by crossing your right knee to your left elbow, and then your left knee to your right elbow, and then both knees come in, and then drive the hips back out. So it's right, left, together. Right, left, together. Cool. So you're gonna feel your abs on fire for that one. You're gonna give me 12 to 15 reps, and you're gonna give me 3 sets of them. All right, moving on to our standing lift. So this time, you're gonna need a medicine ball. We're gonna grab hold of our medicine ball, stand with our feet about hip distance apart, maybe a little bit wider. And I want you to take this medicine ball down to your left hip, and then rotate all the way up to your right shoulder, almost past your right shoulder. So keeping the elbows softly bent and trying not to move your hips, your knees, or your thighs, staying nice and stationary in that lower body and just letting the obliques and the core lift and twist. You're gonna feel that shoulders kick on just a little bit, but I really want you to focus on exhaling to twist and taking your head, neck, and shoulders with you. So letting the shoulders lead the way. And you're gonna give me a whole set on each side, 10 to 12 reps. Cool? And then our next thing, you can put that ball away. We're gonna come down to the floor for a boat pose. So taking it back to our Pilates. So boat pose is actually gonna start in a seated position. And you're gonna start with your knees in tabletop position. You're gonna extend your arms straight out to the side and then extend one leg up and the other. And we're gonna hold it right here. If you can also reach those arms all the way up or down by your thighs. Keeping the legs nice and straight. and then go ahead and release. So boat pose, you want to try to hold for 30 seconds. All right, moving on to our side-to-side crunch and weave. Now this drill comes from kickboxing, and you might want to say the numbers in your head so the sequence actually starts to create a pattern and you're able to kind of flow through it. Now, you're gonna start with a nice wide stance and soft knees. You wanna try to stationary the lower body, okay? So we don't wanna move it at all. And the way you're gonna do that is by squeezing the glutes. Then you're gonna take your hands behind your head, and you're gonna start to the right, quickly back up to center, left, quickly up to center, one more time to the right, and now you're gonna go all the way around and back up to center. So you're gonna go left, around, right, left, right, around. It's 1, 2, 3, weave. 1, 2, 3, weave. And make sure you come back right through the center so that you can alternate and go to the left next. So all you need to do is 10 reps and you're doing it once, so give it everything you got. We're gonna come down to the floor next for our reverse curl. So laying flat down on your back, you're gonna take your elbows up to the ceiling, and you can take nice tight fists on the outside of your head, or you can lightly tap your hands on the outside of your ears, but make sure not to pull up on your neck. So from feet and tabletop, you're gonna crunch up and you're gonna extend your legs straight out. Bring your knees in and lift the tailbone up. Extend the legs out, bring the knees in and lift the tailbone up. So it's inhale, exhale, lift. That's your reverse curl, and you're gonna give me 8 reps, and you're gonna do 3 sets. All right, moving along into our inchworm into side plank. This is a fun one because you get to go different levels. We're gonna start at the end of our mat. You don't even need a mat for this one if you don't have one around. You're gonna start at the very, very end of it and have room to walk your hands out. So bending at your waist, walking your hands out, stopping in plank position, your feet are separated. I'm gonna open up into a side plank, hold it 1, 2, 3. I'll switch sides, hold it 1, 2, 3. I'll go for a push-up. I'll walk my hands all the way back in, and I'll stand up. Again, you wanna hinge at your hips, walk all the way out, side plank, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Push up, and then walk your hands all the way back in and restart. So now for this one, you have 6 reps and you're doing it once. So go all out as hard as you can, okay? Make sure you take your time in your side planks and you give it all you got in those push-ups. Moving along into our 2-point plank. So this is a nice challenge for your stability muscles. All of your stabilizers are gonna have to kick in over time here. So you start in a plank position. I'm gonna give you some modifications on this one so you can all play along. We're gonna kick our left leg up and at the same time reach our right arm up. So only my right foot and my left hand are on the floor, and then I'll switch. Left arm, right leg, and switch. Right arm, left leg, and switch. Left arm, right leg, and switch. So if you want a modification, you can always drop your knee down to the floor, or you want to try it one at a time. Lift the leg, and then lift the arm, and then lift the leg, and then lift the arm. Okay, so choose whatever level you can do today, and then the next time you do it, try to move on and always think progression, but do what's right for you today because that's what's gonna get you the best results. So you're gonna do each of those 10 to 20 reps, and you're gonna give me 2 to 3 sets. So it's a lot on the whole entire body. You're gonna see yourself dripping sweat on that one. It takes a lot of effort just to bang out 1 rep. All right, so we're gonna move into our stability ball roll up. So you need a big Swiss ball for this. And you're gonna come to the back of it. Now this is gonna work your core and not just your abs, but all the way through your back too. It's really important to think that your back it works just as hard as the front of your body when you're doing any sort of stability drill, especially these rollouts. So you're gonna feel it underneath in your lats and in your shoulder stabilizers as well. So we're gonna come onto an elbow plank on our stability ball, and we're gonna extend our elbows out in front of us and then drive them in. So they go as far out as you can without lifting the hips or sagging in the lower back, and then bring it back in. So you're gonna give me 10 to 15 reps, and you just gotta do it once. Now make sure you squeeze the glutes as tight as you can. If you need a modification, always think you can try it on the floor. If you need a smaller ball so it's not too high, grab whatever's right for you today. And again, down on the knees, and you can even tuck your toes under for a little bit of grip. Extend the ball out and then pull it right back in. Elbows go right underneath those shoulders. All right, so that's your stability ball roll. Let me see what you got right there. Our Pilates roll with a ball is up next. Now, if you don't have a Pilates ball, and you'll see what I'm gonna use today, it's just a small pillow. It's really easy. You're gonna put it right down on the floor underneath your ankles, the back of your heels, and then you're gonna lay all the way down flat. Okay, so instead of gripping through the quads and all through the hamstrings, you're gonna be able to tap into the more intrinsic muscles that need a little bit more work. So the arms are gonna be up by your ears, and you're gonna start by lifting your thumbs down to the floor, pinky fingers up, and you're gonna raise your arms up. Once they pass your eyes, tuck your chin, start to roll your head, neck, and shoulders, and then you're gonna continue to roll all the way up, staying in a nice C-curved spine, reaching your hands over your feet, keeping your head between your arms, and then leading through that C-curve all the way back down to a starting position. So one vertebra always at a time until your spine touches the floor, and then the arms will reach right back up and over. Okay, so it should be slow and controlled. Again, little by little, we want to peel the head, neck, and shoulders, and then move through the spine, staying in that C-curve spine at the top, and then rolling back down through it. So you're gonna give me 15 of those, okay? Just once. That'll be awesome. So moving into our supine oblique ball twist. You can stay on the floor for this one. Bring back your stability ball. This is gonna fire up your obliques. So if you're not sure what your obliques are, they're the muscles that are gonna help you rotate, and they're the ones that give you those nice sexy lines across the front of your stomach. They're my favorite things to look at. Girls, guys, everyone, if you have obliques, you know it, you love them. Here's how you get them. You're gonna lay flat down on your back, and you're gonna take that ball right between your feet, inner thighs squeezing together, so you get a double whammy on your adductors as well. Arms are out to the side in a nice T position. You can even flex those feet so the legs are fired up. Keep the back on the floor, and you're gonna take your feet all the way over to the left. Bring it back up through center, and then inhale down, and exhale up through center. So when you do this, you wanna keep your shoulders down on the floor so that you're not rolling through the back, and then you're actually twisting your abs right here. So you'll see my belly button will twist, and then I'll come right back up to center. All right, that's your oblique ball twist in a supine laying down flat back position. Now you're gonna do that for 1 whole minute. Reverse crunches are up next. Stay down on your mat. We're gonna stay in a nice flat back position. Knees are in tabletop at a 90-degree angle. My hands are gonna be at a 45-degree angle down by my hips, and I'm gonna squeeze my inner thighs together, keeping my shoulders depressed away from my ears. I'm gonna lift my tailbone up off the floor, curling it up and pressing right back down. Curling it up, pressing it right back down. So you wanna avoid the kicking, and you wanna avoid momentum. So we're not trying to roll, we're trying to lift and tip our tailbone up and lower back down. So your fingers have a lot of stabilizers in them, so you can use your fingertips to aid you in getting those hips up just at the bat, and then the stronger you get, if you wanna progress it, palms will flip up, and again, lift and lower, lift and lower, and then final progression would be arms are all the way up, same thing, lift and lower, without kicking. So that's your reverse crunch. I want you to give me 15 reps, and I want you to give me 3 sets. All right, stability ball plank. We're making moves, guys. We're gonna come all the way back with our stability ball, and we're gonna try this up on our hands. So you're gonna start with one foot and then the next. Make sure that it's not gonna roll back all the way away from you. So you wanna keep your shoulders over your wrists, and you wanna take a nice grip to that ball. Step all the way back and squeeze those glutes as tight as you can. Now it's really challenging to stay up on your hands. So here's a really easy modification. Come down to your elbows, lift your knees up, and you're gonna hold this right here, okay? So a couple options right there for you. And of course, if you wanna kick some more butt while you're in that plank, if you wanna lift one leg up at a time, fire up the glutes a little bit more, that's all you, go get it. You're gonna do that for 10 seconds, and then you're gonna rest, and you do that 3 times. All right, so get your ball out of the way, and our next drill is gonna be our standing side crunch. No equipment required right here, just a nice space. You're gonna get into a half squat right here. So nice plie in the knees, soft suspension. Hands are gonna go behind your head. I want your toes slightly facing forward, and we're gonna stand up and we're gonna crunch and then come back down to that half plie. Okay, crunch, elbow to knee, and lift. Now you're trying not to bounce too much, so we wanna stay supported in that standing leg and really get through those obliques on the side, especially the QLs, to help tilt you all the way. All right, 10 reps on either side and you'll be ready to go. We have our rotational lift up next. So this is gonna come down to the floor. You're gonna lay flat down on your back, hands are gonna behind your head, and your feet and knees are together. We're gonna crunch up, pressing our lower back into the floor. Head, neck, and shoulders come up. Exhale, rotate to the left, come back through center. Exhale, rotate to the right, inhale back through center. So it's rotate left, stay center, rotate right, stay center. So it's left, good, and then roll back down. All right, so you wanna go 8 to 10 reps on either side. So make sure you're giving me 8 to 10 to the right and then 8 to 10 to the left. Our cross leg reverse crunch is next. This is a really cool one, so pay attention to the details. Not only is it gonna be awesome for your abs, but you're gonna get a really fantastic glute stretch and hips too. So you need a medicine ball for this one for some leverage behind your head. The ball goes all the way back behind your head, guys, and you're gonna cross your right ankle over your left thigh and then flex your foot. So right here, it's creating that figure 4 position, and you're using your left leg to draw in so that the closer your right leg is to your chest, the deeper the stretch is. So I'm gonna go for that reverse crunch, which we've done before, and then you're gonna lift those hips up. Okay? So you can even flex both feet, keep it nice and controlled, really fire up the abs, and lower down. So again, you're trying to get the tailbone tipping up off the floor. I want 15 on either leg. 2 more left. Our swimming plank is up next. We need a dumbbell for this. It's gonna go vertical, so make sure your dumbbell can actually stay upright without flipping over. You can also use a yoga block if you'd like to. You can use a small block, maybe even the top of a kettlebell. So we're gonna start in a plank on our left elbow, and we're gonna step our feet back into plank and then rotate to the outer edge of our left foot and inner edge of our right. So we're just turning our feet to the side and we're reaching our arm up overhead so that my palm faces away from my body. When I rotate down to plank, I rest my forearm on top of that dumbbell and then I reopen back up. So it's tap, rotate your feet down, and then the feet go sideways. So it's down, and then rotate sideways. All right, feels awesome on your rotator cuff as well as opening up the lats, and it feels fantastic on your core as well. So you guys are gonna give me 10 reps on either side, 1 time through. We're moving on to our last drill, you guys. We made it. This is number 20 right here, and it's our walkout. Okay, so get rid of your dumbbell. You're gonna walk all the way out. And again, this is gonna be 10 reps. I'm gonna fold over, hinging at my waist, walking my hands all the way out, and then walking my hands all the way in and stand up. Walk your hands out, and if you can, try to get your hands further than your shoulders, and then walk your hands all the way back in and stand up. So what we're looking to do is go beyond. Walk your hands out, keep going, keep going, keep going, almost like that Superman plank. How low can you go? Walk your hands back in, and then stand it all back up. You got 10 of those, and remember, there's 20 right here. You can do all of them in a week. Choose 4 a day, rock them as many times as you can, whatever the rep count is on it, and I want you to let me know how you feel at the end of that week. These are the 20 best ab exercises of all time. Have some fun.